Amazing. So, really quick, I think you all deserve to know a little bit about me. First of all, I want to welcome you all to the call, and whoever sent you this recording or sent you this podcast, whatever it is, you want to definitely thank them after this, because I will be releasing some, I believe, life-altering information if you take it seriously and apply it. You haven't got to accept it. I certainly wouldn't neglect it. Okay. And if you do reject it, just know that that will be risky. Okay. And I'm not actually here to tell you anything that, like, I don't really care, actually. In fact, if you think that what I'm talking about on today's call is true or not, that the thing is that when it comes to like the universal laws and how things work, it doesn't matter if you believe in gravity or not. What's going to happen is when you jump off that building, you are going to fall down, whether or not you believe in gravity. So this information that I'm going to be sharing with you on today's call is just information that I found out from very powerful people that have what I like to call inside knowledge. Okay. Now I want to talk about how we've come to this part right now. Okay. My name's Jake. I am actually living in the south of the UK right now. I was born into a very normal working class family. Okay. This call's not about me, but I want to give you a little bit of background with regards to who's actually who you're listening to right now. Okay, I think you all deserve it. I wasn't always the person that did exactly what my mom and dad told me to do. I wasn't always the person that did exactly what my teachers told me to do. And I wasn't the best employee. Okay. I didn't really do what my bosses told me to do as well. I kind of question things. I always question why things were there. Like, why were there certain rules? Why did some people get to live this type of lifestyle and we get to live this type of lifestyle, right? What was it like? I just question things. People used to call me a deep thinker, right? I used to actually think that there was something wrong with me. In fact, that turned into like complete and utter depression for me, because what happened is I saw people living a free life on Instagram, on YouTube, you name it. They were living this free life, and they seemed to have all this confidence and all this. And I was not in a position that I really wanted to be in. Okay, I'm talking mentally, I'm talking physically, I'm talking financially. I felt trapped. I didn't know that I could actually change as a person, so therefore change my results. I didn't even know that I could change. Okay. But like I said, I was always curious. And there was always something in the back of my mind when people were telling me to go and get some tablets for my depression and all this. There was always something in the back of my mind that said, I don't know what it is, but I think that I can do this. I think I can learn something and change. Okay. So maybe you can relate to me with that. I found out statistics like 85 to 90% of millionaires that are alive today started out with nothing. Okay. So that gave me a bit of hope. I thought, wow, okay. So I thought that maybe you needed to be born into like a rich family to attract wealth. And if we go back centuries and we go back in time, that's actually how wealthy people used to think it. They used to think it was genetic. If you look at the film Titanic, there's different levels to the ship. And you couldn't actually rub shoulders with wealthy individuals if you wasn't a certain genetic. That you couldn't marry into a poor family. You probably saw it in some films. This is actually based on true stories where you couldn't actually, if you were from a poverty family, you couldn't marry into a wealthy family because there was some sort of genetic deal. And the wealthy individuals, right, didn't want to share secrets and all that when it comes to how to create wealth with the poor people. Okay, because they thought that they lived in a competition-based world. And they thought that, well, if we teach all the poor people how to get rich, we won't be rich anymore. Okay, so I'm just giving you some background knowledge that you may not be aware of. Okay, don't forget, when I was 26, I made a decision that I was going to dive deep. You know, the rabbit hole. I'm gonna dive deep into and learn. I didn't really care about. Yes, okay, it would have been great for me to change my situation, but really, I was really interested into why things were the way they were in the world. That's really what I was doing. So long story short, I did come across an individual called Bob Proctor. Okay, and Bob Proctor really broke down not just how to win. He talked about why you can win and actually how to reprogram your subconscious mind. You know, I read a call. I did a call for the group this morning. We talked about the book Master Key to Riches by Napoleon Hill, and how there's a mathematical certainty. Success is based off mathematical principles. And I wanted to find out this formula. Okay, I really did. And I saw Mr. Bob Proctor, the way that he was communicating, he broke down the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. I got really, really excited. At this point, what I did was, I did what most people wouldn't do, is I went into crazy, crazy debt to find out this information. I'm talking remortgage my home. In fact, in total, over the last 5 to 6 years, I've invested well over 6 figures into my own proximity. Okay. Invested over 6 figures to get around the right people, to get inside masterminds, to rub shoulders. See, this wasn't always my intention in the beginning. I thought it was information. I thought I was going out to see Bob Proctor and he was going to talk about different things that he never talked about on YouTube. It turns out, yes, okay, maybe shared a few little secrets that he doesn't give the masses and stuff like that. But what I was really investing into was connections. I got to rub shoulders in 2018 in July with people earning multiple 6 and 7 figures on a weekly and monthly basis. Okay. Some serious money at the time when I was working in a factory, guys, mornings, afternoons, and nights for just under 3,000 a month. Okay. So I couldn't even stay in the hotel where the event was held. I'm giving you my background. Now, what I've done over the last 4 or 5 years is I've done my very best to continue to invest into myself, to be around the right people. But more importantly, I've been applying the information and some of the secrets that I'm going to give you on today's call into my life to create a life of time, location, and financial freedom. Okay. And there's not just me, there's many other people that have actually done this. Okay. So there were 2 things that these people seem to have in common. And I do have some notes because I do believe that you all deserve to get some structured information. Okay, because the last thing I want is, after this call, there's going to be loads of questions. I'm going to try and eliminate all questions to give you everything. Okay, drop a yes in the chat if that's okay. There's 2 things that I learned that these people had access to. I want you to write these 2 things down. The first one is they had inside information. Okay, they had inside information. Inside information is basically information that is leaked before the masses get hold of it. There's actually a really good quote, which is, observe the masses and do the opposite. Okay, observe the masses and do the opposite. So that's the first thing they have. They have inside information. The second thing they have, guys, is connections. Okay, so they understand it's not just what you know, it's actually who you know as well. Okay, they understood this. They had connections, and this is how they was actually setting up multiple streams of income by surrounding themselves with different people and different opportunities, and they were gaining different inside information from different people, and they was all helping each other succeed. This is how secret societies work. This is how wealthy individuals work. They understand that new faces take you to new places. Okay. If you are associating with the same people that you was last year, just make sure that you're very, very prepared to have the exact same year. Okay. Now, what I'm going to talk about on this call and why this call is so significant is because whether you like it or not, there is going to be an economy collapse. Like, this is not like this is not negative news. This is not doom and gloom. This is not me putting a, but what it is like I've just said, when I get access to information, I need to share it with you. I'm not going to be sharing everything on today's call, but I'm going to give you a little nugget, which you will need to be prepared to set you and your family up. And I'm going to give you some reasons why this is happening, why it's important, and how you can actually benefit from it. I want you to picture this. There's a tsunami on its way, okay? And you get given warning, hey, listen, 90 days from now, there's going to be a tsunami that hits where you are currently living, right? 90 days from now. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit around and just wait for it to hit you? Or are you going to prepare and do some sort of diversion and get yourself in a different situation, right? You're gonna make some changes. That's kind of like this call. I'm letting you know right now that there is a tsunami coming, but if you apply what I'm sharing on today's call, you're not only going to survive, you're actually going to thrive. I've noticed that, during the toughest times, some of the wealthiest people actually come out of those times. If you just take a look at Zoom, during the pandemic, so many businesses went out of business. What happened to Zoom? It went from a $7 million company to an over $30 billion company within the space of 12 months. That's what I like to call a quantum leap. Who would like that sort of quantum leap in your life when it comes to results, right? Of course. These people were prepared. Take a look at Blockbusters and Netflix, right? You see, you're going to see it happening. AI technology right now is taking over. I mean, if you're in the industry of, designing websites and all that, AI is taking you out completely. People are being replaced by robots left, right, and center. But right now, I'm going to give you an economic situation that you all need to be very aware of. Okay. Write this down. Knowing this information equals winning. Not knowing equals losing. It's very black and white. Okay. I'm going to spend some time with my family this week, and I'm going to be giving them the exact same conversation. But they're okay because I've got them covered too. Because I was the one, like Neo in the Matrix, that decided to change things and put a financial wall around my loved ones. And I believe that you should do the same thing too. Yeah. So it's going to change the world then. And I want you to think of some things that have changed the world dramatically in the past. Yeah. The first one being electricity. Think about how much electricity changed the whole world. Dramatic. The next one is the automobile. Think about how much the automobile, cars and vehicles changed the whole world, right? I want you to think about the aerospace and flight. I've actually, me and Charlie my wife, we just booked a flight to go and see our mentor in June, really looking forward to it. But think about how much flight changed the world. Are you all coming with me? The world was never the same again after these events. The internet. How much did the world change, guys, after the internet? Crazy. Smartphones. We can now sit and talk to people all over the world. The camera is better than, some of the cameras you can buy in the stores. And it's incredible what we can do with our smartphones. It has more power than the first rocket that went to the moon. Right? So what's next? What's next? The reason why I'm painting a full picture right now. People need to understand why what we do is important, not just what we do. What's next? Okay. Currency. This is what I need you all to understand. Currency. In 1999, they introduced something called the euro, right? The euro was introduced in 1999 that everyone thought it was going to be just one of those things, whatever, it's not going to happen. In 1999, January 1st, after that date, you couldn't actually spend any money in Europe if it wasn't a euro. It's been going since 1999. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin started in 2019. How many people thought that Bitcoin was one of those things that some geeks just made up, whatever, it's going to be one of those things? Still going to this day, Bitcoin since 2009, that's 14 years. Okay. This process of change when it comes to how we spend money and our currency right now is currently, it's changing right now. But this summer, you're going to see things start to quantum leap when it comes to the change. We're moving into what's called a cashless society. Now, I'm going to give you some reasons for why they're going to do this. They're going to start to say things like, the reason why we're moving to a cashless society, sheeple, people, is for the spread of germs. So they're going to use the pandemic as an excuse as to why they're moving into a cashless society, and they're going to put everything through an app where, and guys, this is not, like I said, not do more. This is information that you all need to know. They're going to put things through an app where they're going to track everything that you spend. Have you tried to get some of your money at the bank right now? Right? What do? They ask you, it's all of a sudden, you get interviewed. Why do you want it? Are you sure about this? It's going to take 3 or 4 days. Why? Because the banks, they know this information. They know this information. In fact, the banks know this information to a point where they're pouring a lot of money right now into certain things. This video may even be taken down off YouTube. I'm telling you right now. Okay, so the banks are already doing this with your money. If you have money in your bank right now, they are basically multiplying it off your ignorance of what you don't know. They're making money. This is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because they have access to information. Okay. So there's going to be controls around everything. So unless you know how to take control of your money and basically become your own bank, things are going to be scary when you wake up and you can't get any money out your bank until they force you into this system where they now have complete control of you. For real, man. So what's the solution? Number one is this: access to information. What the reason for this call, guys, is this: recently, well, not recently, 18 months ago, actually, we were partnered with a company. Okay. And the company was called Ellev8. Ellev8 is a financial educational system that is designed to basically put a financial wall around you and your family. Okay. So the first thing we need is access to information. Since January, just in our specific group, we've had over, I think now over 300 to 400 members join because of what they're finding out. Things have really been compounding since April. Things are going to continue to compound the more this information is leaked out there. Okay. In Ellev8, guys, you have access to 12 educators. 12 educators. They cover subjects like Forex trading, cryptocurrency, NFT projects. We get first access to NFT projects that the masses don't even hear of. And when they hear about it, it's too late. We've already been in and out because we know this stuff. That's the cool thing about investing. I don't even want to know all this stuff. You know, I got no grades in school. I'm one of those guys where you just tell me what to do and I'll do it if you've got the results that I want. So what they tell you is what to invest in. They tell you when to enter, when to exit, when to hold. This is all information that you can try on YouTube if you want to, but I think that anything's free is worth exactly that. Nothing. Because most people don't understand that you have to be on the right frequency if you want to attract wealth. That's the second thing you need. You need community. Listen to this. Inside the Ellev8 community, we have a social network platform where you can actually have your own profile photo. You can update status. You can have friends. You can send messages. You can ask questions, all inside the Ellev8 platform. It's a full-on social network of people. Your network is your net worth. Okay. We have Telegram groups where you get elite mentorship. My mentor was personally mentored by Mr. Bob Proctor for 8 years. He's now flying on jets, living on yachts, absolutely, doing some huge things. We give you access to these masterclasses that are literally worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. This actually, as I'm speaking, it sounds too good to be true. I'm just being we've just made ourselves very valuable. Now, why I love this company so much that we partner with is because of how much they understand that the world actually needs this. Genuinely. Right? So they've made it very affordable, which I'm going to talk about in a second. We teach you things about the mind. We give you law of attraction hacks. We teach people information that, again, you're not going to be able to get in books. You're not going to be able to get in on YouTube videos. You're just not. You see, a YouTube video can't talk back to you. Books can't talk back to you. When you have a mentor, the mentor can recommend a book for you that you need at your specific time in your journey. You may not need the same book as this person. You may not need the same direction as this person. A mentor knows when to stretch you and not when to snap you. It's the key to success. It's the key to actually having a shortcut when it comes to success. These are what my mentors have done with me. So personally, I've invested over £100,000 over 5 years to get to have this information here and to give you all what I'm giving you right now. Okay, we've made every single mistake in the book, but right now we have what's called a system. Everyone put system in the chat. System, guys, stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. The cool thing about knowing the right people is that you get to save yourself a lot of stress, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money. Right? It's like the straight line to success. You ain't got to go round the reeking and round all these different things and, you know, through this hoop and under this. No, you got to go straight line. We're going to tell you, watch out for this, that roadblock. Watch out for that pothole. That's what happens, you see. The cool thing about this game of investing and learning, see, you don't just learn how to make money and how to invest money and how to get your money working for you. We teach people how to actually store their money too, where to store it. So you and only you have access to it. You're basically becoming your own bank. You need to know this for you and your family. Okay. 24/7 all over the world. As long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection, you can make money. You can learn how to do this. It's a plug in, plug out business. Okay. It's basically a key start business class. Okay. This is the network. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this network. Why? Because it's £145 a month. $179.99 a month. This right now is going to revolutionize the whole smartphone money, investing, escaping the matrix lifestyle. It's £145 a month. You're not going to find anything in the world, guys, out there for that price. They wanted to make it affordable for the average individual. They wanted to make it affordable for everyone to become free, because we need more success stories. We need more people crossing that line, breaking the code, escaping the matrix. The price has already increased since it started. Drop a yes in the chat if you was in it, if you was in Ellev8 before the price increased. You all know what I'm talking about. It's going to continue to increase. Of course, the need for it's going up. So if you're seeing this right now at this time, I'm telling you, the word poor just stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. Who would have liked to have got into Bitcoin in 2009? Right? So who would have liked to have got into Amazon when it was an online library? Who would have liked to have got into Facebook when it was in the dorm rooms? This is what I'm talking about. Who would like to go into Zoom at the start of the pandemic? Who would have liked to go into Ellev8 in 2023? Like, this is, guys, this is the real deal. Okay, so you need to get back to the person who gave you access to this call. They're going to ask you some qualifying questions and hopefully provide you with the link to get started. Okay, do not wait and then react. Imagine waiting for a tsunami to hit you and then react. What's going to happen? It's not going to look pretty. I need you to be prepared and respond. Okay, be prepared and then respond. I believe genuinely in 2023, there's no better opportunity to escape the matrix than right now. There is no better, safer way to escape the matrix right now. Having the right information and the right environment will what that does is it creates transformation. Okay, if in doubt, reach out. You can ask questions. You haven't got to think about all, you haven't got to know it all. You just follow the system, follow the steps, and watch what happens. Okay, so I want to say congratulations to everyone who has being on this call right now. If you are already a part of the Ellev8 platform and you're listening back to this, did you even know what you was a part of? Did you even know that how useful the information is? Are you using it right now, every day, to learn this stuff? Are you investing a little bit of time every single day to learn more about where to invest, what to do, how to multiply your income, stacking it up? Don't wait for things. Trust me, do not wait. So I'm talking to people already in the platform, and the ones that are not in the platform, get yourself a part of the platform. Welcome to the new frequency. I'm excited to see you on the other side. Okay, guys, so let's get it. I hope this has brought value to you. God bless. And I pray you've taken what I'm saying seriously, and you put that, like I said, that financial wall around you and your family, because you all deserve it. Okay, guys, love you all. Speak soon.